If you're over 60, let me ask you something simple. Have you noticed yourself walking into a room and forgetting why you went there? Or maybe you've started finding it harder to remember names, even of people you've known for years. Perhaps you've been feeling more tired after just a short walk, or your knees and hips remind you they're there every time you stand up from the couch. These changes often feel like they come out of nowhere. But in truth, they're part of a bigger picture. Your heart and brain are sending signals that they need extra care. After 60, both of these organs, your body's engine and your memory center, are more vulnerable. And the connection between them is stronger than most people realize. Here's something many seniors don't know. What's good for your heart is almost always good for your brain. If blood is flowing well through your arteries, it's also feeding your brain with oxygen and nutrients. When that blood flow slows down, whether from clogged arteries, inflammation, or poor circulation, your memory, mood, and energy often suffer too. Now here's the good news. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet to give both your heart and brain a big boost. You just need to focus on a handful of natural, nutrient-rich foods that have been proven to help. And in today's talk, I'm giving you 5 of them, all from the same family, that you can start eating right now. These are not exotic superfoods you'll struggle to find. They're fish. 5 specific kinds that are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, and anti-inflammatory nutrients that help protect your arteries, your memory, and even your joints. I'll be honest with you, I've seen people over 60 turn their energy, memory, and even mood around simply by making fish a regular part of their diet. The right fish, in the right amounts. Today, you'll meet salmon, sardines, mackerel, trout, and herring, each with its own set of health benefits, flavor, and easy cooking options. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly which one to try first, how to make it taste great, and even which one is your secret weapon for fighting inflammation naturally. But first, let me explain why fish is such a game changer after 60, and why these 5 stand above the rest. When you eat these fish regularly, we're talking 2 to 3 times a week, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to keep your arteries flexible, reduce dangerous clots, nourish your brain cells, and even help your eyes and joints stay strong. And unlike pills or supplements, you're getting this nutrition in a form your body actually recognizes and uses efficiently. This means the omega-3s, the protein, the vitamins, they go to work right away in harmony with everything else you're eating. So whether you're already a seafood lover or you've been avoiding fish because of taste or smell, stick with me. I'm going to make this simple, practical, and even delicious. By the end, you might just find yourself looking forward to your next fish dinner. If there's one fish that's earned the title of most loved among health experts, it's salmon. And there's a good reason for that. It's one of the richest natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids, the kind your body can't make on its own, but desperately needs. And when I say needs, I mean for the things that matter most to you now. Keeping your heart strong, your memory sharp, and your joints moving without pain. Omega-3s are like little repair crews for your body. They help reduce inflammation, that quiet, slow damage that builds up inside your blood vessels over years. This matters because inflammation is often the starting point for heart problems, clogged arteries, and even brain decline. By calming that inflammation, salmon helps keep your arteries flexible and your brain cells well fed. Now, if you're wondering whether you can get these omega-3s from a pill instead, the answer is yes, but not in the same way. The omega-3s in salmon come in their most natural active form, EPA and DHA, which your body absorbs and uses more effectively than most supplements. It's like the difference between eating fresh fruit versus drinking a flavored drink with fruit essence. The real thing just works better. But here's something many people overlook. Salmon isn't just about omega-3s. It's also a fantastic source of high-quality protein, which helps maintain muscle mass, something that becomes harder to preserve after 60. More muscle means better balance, more strength, and less risk of falls. And every bite also gives you B vitamins for energy, potassium for healthy blood pressure, and selenium for your immune system. If you've been avoiding salmon because you think it's complicated to cook, let me reassure you, it's one of the easiest fish to prepare. You can bake it, grill it, pan-sear it, or even poach it. A simple drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkle of salt and pepper, maybe a squeeze of lemon, and you have a meal that looks and tastes like it came from a nice restaurant. And if you're worried about that fishy smell, here's a tip. The fresher the salmon, the milder the smell. Buying from a good source makes all the difference. Some seniors also wonder, should I buy wild-caught or farmed salmon? Ideally, wild-caught is best because it tends to have a slightly higher omega-3 content and fewer additives. But farmed salmon can still be a healthy choice, especially if it's from a reputable source. If budget is a concern, frozen salmon is often just as nutritious as fresh, as long as it's not breaded or heavily processed. Another tip, you don't have to eat a huge fillet to get the benefits. Even a 3 to 4 ounce portion, about the size of your palm, can give you more omega-3s than most people get in an entire week. Pair it with a side of steamed vegetables and a small baked potato, and you've got a balanced, heart and brain-friendly meal. For those who like variety, try salmon in different forms. Smoked salmon on whole grain toast for breakfast, canned salmon mixed with a little Greek yogurt and herbs for a sandwich, or salmon flakes stirred into a warm bowl of vegetable soup. Each way gives you the same core benefits, but keeps your meals interesting. The beauty of salmon is that it works quietly, behind the scenes, to protect you. You won't feel an instant energy rush after eating it, but over weeks and months, you may notice your thinking feels clearer, your energy steadier, and your body less stiff in the mornings. That's the slow magic of nutrition, the kind that builds you up rather than burning you out. And one last thing. If you're taking a blood thinner like warfarin, just remember to mention your diet changes to your doctor. Omega-3s can slightly thin the blood, which is usually a good thing for heart health, but it's always best to make sure it fits your personal health plan. When it comes to your heart, your memory, and even your mood, salmon truly earns its place at the top of this list. But it's not the only small miracle from the sea. The next fish on our list is tiny, inexpensive, and surprisingly powerful, especially for your bones and brain. If salmon is the star of the seafood world, sardines are the quiet underdog, the kind of fish most people overlook in the supermarket, yet they're packed with so much nutrition it's almost unfair to other foods. The first thing you should know is this. Sardines are one of the richest natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids, just like salmon, but in a smaller, more budget-friendly package. That means you get the same heart-protecting, brain-nourishing benefits without spending much money or doing much cooking. In fact, they often come ready to eat right out of the can. And here's something seniors will appreciate. Sardines are also loaded with calcium, even more than some dairy products. Why? Because you eat the soft, tiny bones along with the fish. And those bones are full of calcium that your body can easily absorb. For people overseas, when bone density naturally declines, that's a huge advantage. Stronger bones mean fewer fractures, better posture, and more confidence when you move around. Sardines also bring you vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults are low in, especially during winter months. Vitamin D helps your body absorb that calcium and supports muscle strength, immune health, and even mood. Some studies have linked low vitamin D levels to depression, especially in older adults, so this little fish could even help lift your spirits. One of the best things about sardines is their convenience. No cooking skills required. You can open a can, drain the oil or water, and they're ready to eat. Add them to a slice of whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon, toss them into a salad with fresh greens and cherry tomatoes, or mash them up with avocado for a spread that's both delicious and filling. Some people are put off by the idea of canned fish, worrying it's less healthy than fresh. But in the case of sardines, that's not true. Canning actually preserves their nutrients, so you still get all the omega-3s, protein, calcium, and vitamins. Just check the label to avoid brands with too much added salt, and if you're on a low-sodium diet, choose those labeled no salt added or low sodium. Now I know the taste of sardines can be strong, especially if you've never tried them before. If you're new to them, start by mixing them into dishes with other flavors. Pasta with tomato sauce, scrambled eggs with herbs, or even on top of a baked potato with a little Greek yogurt. Over time, you might find yourself enjoying their rich flavor all on its own. Here's something that makes sardines extra appealing for people over 60. They're very low in mercury compared to larger fish. Because sardines are small and live short lives, they don't have time to accumulate high levels of mercury. That means they're safe to eat often, even a few times a week. And while they're working to protect your heart and keep your brain sharp, they're also helping your joints. Omega-3s from sardines help reduce inflammation that can cause stiffness and swelling in knees, hips, and hands. If you wake up with morning stiffness, making sardines part of your diet might help ease that over time. Another bonus, sardines are incredibly eco-friendly. They reproduce quickly and are fished sustainably in many parts of the world. So when you choose sardines, you're making a choice that's good for both your health and the planet. For seniors who don't want to fuss with long grocery lists or complicated recipes, sardines are a dream. They're affordable, portable, and require zero preparation. You can keep a few cans in your pantry for quick, healthy meals whenever you don't feel like cooking. Think of them as your emergency health food, a safety net that's always there for you, ready in minutes, and delivering benefits that go far beyond filling your stomach. Salmon may be the big, bold protector of your heart and memory, but sardines are like the loyal friend who always shows up when you need them most. Small, humble, but full of strength. Now, let's move to our third fish, one that's rich, flavorful, and especially powerful for your circulation and energy levels. Mackerel. If sardines are the humble helpers, mackerel is the bold, confident cousin in the fish family. It's rich, flavorful, and absolutely loaded with nutrients that can wake up your circulation, feed your brain, and help you feel more energized in your day-to-day life. Mackerel is another powerhouse of omega-3 fatty acids, but it stands out for its particularly high levels compared to many other fish. In fact, a single serving of mackerel can give you more omega-3s than most people get in an entire week. That means serious benefits for your heart, helping to lower triglycerides, reduce the risk of blood clots, and keep your blood vessels flexible. For seniors, that flexibility is critical. As we age, arteries can become stiffer, which forces the heart to work harder to pump blood. Omega-3s from mackerel help keep those arteries relaxed and smooth, improving circulation from head to toe. Better circulation means more oxygen to your brain, muscles, and joints, and that can translate into sharper thinking, steadier energy, and even warmer hands and feet. Mackerel is also a fantastic source of vitamin B12, a nutrient many older adults are deficient in. Low B12 levels can cause fatigue, memory problems, and even mood changes. By adding mackerel to your meals, you're topping up on this essential vitamin naturally, without having to rely solely on supplements. The flavor of mackerel is richer and more pronounced than mild fish like cod or tilapia, which makes it a favorite for people who enjoy stronger tastes. But if you're not used to it, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to make it more gentle on the palate. Grilling or baking mackerel with lemon, herbs, and a little olive oil balances its richness beautifully. You can also try it smoked, which adds a slightly sweet, savory flavor that pairs wonderfully with whole grain bread or salad greens. One thing to note, there are different types of mackerel, and not all are created equal when it comes to health. The best choices are smaller varieties like Atlantic or Pacific mackerel, which are high in omega-3s and low in mercury. King mackerel, on the other hand, tends to have higher mercury levels and is best avoided, especially for seniors. If you're buying canned mackerel, check the label to see the variety, and aim for those packed in water or olive oil rather than heavy sauces. Mackerel also has another bonus. It's rich in vitamin D, just like sardines. That's good news for bone health, muscle strength, and your immune system. And if you live in a place with long winters or spend most of your time indoors, getting vitamin D from food can help make up for the lack of sunlight. For joint health, mackerel's omega-3s work just like they do in salmon and sardines, easing inflammation and helping your body move with less stiffness. This makes it a great option for anyone dealing with arthritis or general aches and pains that come with age. If you've ever felt like your energy just doesn't last through the day, consider that your body might not be getting enough of the nutrients it needs to keep your red blood cells healthy. Mackerel's combination of B vitamins, iron, and omega-3s supports the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your tissues. More oxygen means more energy, without relying on caffeine or sugary snacks for a quick boost. Cooking mackerel doesn't have to be complicated. You can broil it in the oven in just 10 minutes, pan-sear it for a crispy skin, or enjoy it cold in a salad. Pair it with colorful vegetables and whole grains, and you've got a meal that fuels your body while keeping your taste buds happy. If salmon is the gentle, steady protector of your health, mackerel is the energetic motivator, the one that gets your blood moving and your energy flowing. And that's exactly what your heart, brain, and body need as the years go by. Next, we'll turn to a fish that's often overlooked but perfect for those who want a milder flavor and a versatile ingredient for all kinds of recipes. Trout. If mackerel is bold and rich, trout is its softer-spoken cousin, mild, tender, and wonderfully versatile. For seniors who aren't fans of strong, fishy flavors, trout is often the perfect choice. But don't let its gentle taste fool you. It's still packed with the same heart and brain-protecting omega-3s we've been talking about, along with a few extra benefits that make it a smart choice for your plate. Trout is especially rich in high-quality protein, which is essential for keeping your muscles strong as you age. After 60, your body naturally loses muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia, and that loss can make everyday activities, from climbing stairs to carrying groceries, feel harder. By adding trout to your meals a couple of times a week, you give your body the building blocks it needs to maintain muscle strength and stability. Another reason trout is senior-friendly is its lower fat content compared to some other oily fish, while still delivering plenty of omega-3s. This makes it a lighter choice for those who want the benefits of healthy fats without feeling too full or heavy after a meal. It's also easier on the stomach, which can be important if your digestion isn't quite what it used to be. One standout nutrient in trout is potassium, a mineral that helps balance blood pressure by working against the effects of sodium in your diet. High blood pressure is one of the biggest risk factors for heart disease and stroke, so getting enough potassium is a big deal. And unlike bananas or potatoes, trout gives you potassium along with protein and omega-3s, making it a triple win for your heart health. If you've never cooked trout before, you'll be happy to know it's one of the simplest fish to prepare. Rainbow trout, the most common type found in supermarkets, is usually sold cleaned and ready to cook. You can bake it whole with lemon and fresh herbs, pan-fry it in a little butter and garlic, or even grill it for a light smoky flavor. Its delicate texture means it cooks quickly, often in less than 10 minutes. Trout is also an excellent source of vitamin B12 and niacin, both of which help keep your nervous system healthy and support energy production in your cells. Think of these nutrients as part of your body's maintenance crew, keeping your brain and nerves in good working order so you can stay sharp and engaged in daily life. For seniors who are concerned about environmental impact and sustainability, trout is often farmed in cleaner, more controlled environments than some other fish. That means it's generally low in contaminants like mercury, making it a safe choice to eat regularly without worry. And just like our other fish friends, trout's omega-3s help keep inflammation in check. This isn't just good for your heart and brain, it's also a plus for your eyes. Research suggests that omega-3s can help protect against age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. So when you eat trout, you're not just feeding your stomach, you're helping preserve your independence by supporting your eyesight. If you like variety, trout is an easy fish to dress up in different ways. Try it with Mediterranean flavors like olives and tomatoes, pair it with seasonal vegetables, or add it to a fresh green salad. Because it's so mild, it adapts well to almost any cuisine, from simple home-style meals to more adventurous flavors. Trout may not have the fame of salmon or the boldness of mackerel, but its quiet strength lies in its balance, light yet nourishing, gentle yet powerful in its benefits. For seniors who want something satisfying but easy to eat and digest, trout is the perfect fit. And now we come to the final fish on our list. One with a long history in traditional diets, famous for its anti-inflammatory powers and memory support. Herring. Herring is a fish that's been part of traditional diets for centuries, especially in Northern Europe, where it's often served pickled, smoked, or grilled. For many people, it brings back memories of family gatherings, holiday feasts, or cozy kitchen meals on cold days. But beyond the nostalgia, herring earns a solid place in our top 5 list for its remarkable health benefits, especially for seniors. Like the others, herring is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which work to protect your heart and sharpen your mind. But here's where it really stands out: its anti-inflammatory power. Chronic inflammation is one of the hidden forces behind many age-related problems. Joint pain, memory decline, heart disease, even certain eye conditions. Herring's omega-3s, combined with its high vitamin D content, make it a natural inflammation fighter. Vitamin D, as you may know, isn't just about bone health. It also plays a key role in immune function, helping your body fight off infections and stay resilient. For seniors, especially those who get less sun exposure, eating herring regularly can help keep vitamin D levels healthy without relying solely on supplements. Herring is also a brain-friendly fish for another reason. It contains choline, a nutrient that supports the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that's crucial for memory and learning. That means herring is doing double duty, protecting your brain cells with omega-3s while also supporting the chemical messengers that help your memory work smoothly. If you've never tried herring before, you might be pleasantly surprised by its versatility. In many cultures, it's enjoyed pickled with onions and dill, smoked and served with potatoes, or lightly grilled and topped with fresh herbs. Pickled herring is tangy and tender, while smoked herring is rich and satisfying. If you're watching your sodium intake, choose fresh or grilled herring more often than pickled, or look for lower sodium versions. One thing many seniors appreciate about herring is that it's a smaller fish, like sardines, which means it's low in mercury and safe to eat frequently. That makes it a smart, sustainable choice for regular meals without the concerns that come with larger, longer-living fish. For joint health, herring's anti-inflammatory effects can be a welcome relief. Over time, it may help reduce stiffness in the mornings or soreness after light activity. For heart health, its omega-3s and potassium content work together to maintain healthy blood pressure and reduce strain on your arteries. And for your brain, its nutrients help preserve the mental clarity you want to keep for as long as possible. You don't need a lot to benefit. Just a palm-sized portion 2 or 3 times a week is enough to make a difference. If cooking fish at home feels intimidating, remember that many stores sell herring ready to eat. A few slices with whole grain bread and sliced cucumber can make a quick, satisfying lunch. Now that you've met our 5 health heroes, salmon, sardines, mackerel, trout, and herring, you can see that each has its own personality and strengths. Salmon is the well-rounded protector, sardines are the humble bone boosters, mackerel is the bold energy driver, trout is the gentle all-rounder, and herring is the inflammation fighter with a memory bonus. What they share is simple. They all deliver the nutrients your heart, brain, and joints need most after 60. And they do it in a way that's natural, delicious, and sustainable. If you're not already eating fish regularly, you don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Start with one type you're curious about, maybe salmon baked with lemon, or sardines on toast for a light lunch. As you get comfortable, mix in the others so you get a variety of flavors and benefits. Remember, these are foods your body actually recognizes and knows how to use. You're not forcing it to adapt to something artificial. You're simply giving it the same kind of nutrition that's been part of healthy, long-lived cultures for generations. The best part? This isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years, feeling steadier on your feet, remembering names and stories more clearly, waking up with less stiffness and more energy to enjoy your day. Your heart and memory have worked hard for you for decades. Now it's your turn to give something back, with simple, delicious meals that protect them for the years ahead. And these 5 fish are an easy, proven way to start. So the next time you're at the grocery store, take a look at the seafood section with fresh eyes. One small choice, one piece of fish in your cart, could be the start of a stronger heart, a sharper mind, and a more vibrant you.